Holy fire, holy water, holy money, only money, only money.
Another Marcus Brown mixtape.
Bless you with body, oh baby, oh. StarBoy go bless you with money, oh my girl. Bless you with body, oh baby. Oh, StarBoy go bless you with money, oh my girl.
Just in case you're wondering, I didn't die. I might have died a little bit, but I came back, so we good.
Whoa. Damn. Oh, shit. I mean, you was just cool. I knew if you was calm, I was gonna be calm. You know, from Chicago, I ain't never scared.
You're scared.
I was like, what's that?
Yeah, I did half a Zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, ayy, like a light, ayy, like a light, ayy. Slept through the flight, like, no.
This was actually my first time ever taking a trip to an African country, and so I decided to start with Kenya for two reasons. First, because English is one of the national languages besides Kiswahili, and secondly, because I wanted to try to use this 20-hour layover to my advantage to visit some friends in Dubai.
Dubai, baby. Tastes like barbecue J's almost.
I want to take a minute to clear some things up for anyone who's thinking of visiting Kenya for the first time from the United States. So, as with any other journey abroad, it's always wise to plan ahead and check with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention website for any important updates on health and safety concerns. So, as I was planning this trip, my biggest concern was, do I or do I not need this yellow fever vaccination in order to enter the country? Because the last thing I wanted to do was fly all the way across the Atlantic. You know, I didn't pay for the flight, I didn't pay for the hotel and everything, only to be turned around in customs or held hostage temporarily until I could cough up the bread for this yellow fever vaccination at the airport, because I've heard stories like that. So I tried looking at travel forums online, I tried asking people that I know have been to Kenya before, and nobody could give me a straight answer. You know what I'm saying? Do I or do I not need this vaccination? And the reason why this was so tricky for me at first is because according to the CDC website, as of September 2018, it says, country entry requirement. The government of Kenya requires proof of yellow fever vaccination if you are traveling from a country with risk of yellow fever. Then it says in parentheses, this does not include the US. For a complete list, see the countries with risk of yellow fever virus. So, in parentheses, it's saying you don't need this vaccination if you're coming from the United States. And I'll take it a step further to interpret that as if you're holding a US passport. But if you look at the additional information on another government website, travel.state.gov, it says right there under quick facts that the vaccination requirements as it pertains to US citizens trying to visit Kenya, it still says yellow fever right there. And then if you scroll down to entry, exit, and visa requirements, at the bottom it says you should have proof of yellow fever immunizations or you may be denied entry. So which one is it? Do we need this vaccination to go to Kenya or not? G, stop playing with us. So to make a long story short, I ain't want to take no chances, so I got the yellow fever vaccination here in the United States in Chicago a few weeks before my trip. But I can tell you from my own experience, they did not ask me for my yellow fever certificate. So it's up to you if you want to get the vaccination or not. I know a lot of people are skeptical about vaccinations. The good news about the yellow fever vaccination is now it's for life. It's lifetime, so you don't have to get it every 10 years. If you get it one time, you good for life. For anybody that's on the edge about vaccinations like I was, as soon as they saw that US passport, they did not ask me for the yellow fever certificate. But since I applied for the visa on arrival instead of applying online, they did ask me for $50 to get that stamp on my passport. So if you want to get in the country and you want to get that stamp, you're going to have to come up off $50, fam. That's just something to be prepared for, because nobody told me about that part either. But anyway, back to the video. I gotta say, my first night in Kenya was not the best night. The plan was to touch down in Nairobi at 8 p.m., get to the hotel so I can get checked in, get situated and all that. Then I was gonna pop out around 11, 11:30 and see what that nightlife action was looking like. At least that's how I thought it was gonna go down, but it took me a minute to get through customs, then it took me a minute to get up with the Uber driver, and I just so happened to be at the airport at the same time that the president of Kenya was landing at the same airport. Tragic, right? That shit was there. So after all that, we still end up sitting there at the airport for at least another good 45 minutes, plus whatever time it took to get to the city.
Yeah, usually we drive right on this side. But I've seen this in London. This is the only other place.
In Kenya, it is the left hand.
Man, it gets lit out here. Whoa, whoa. Damn. Oh, shit.
And just when I thought the bullshit was almost over with, we finally pull up to the hotel only to find out ain't no goddamn hotel. Boy, that shit over with. Bruh.
I just got finessed, y'all. I was supposed to stay at this hotel called the Emily Hotel. And we pulled up to it and it was like this abandoned building. I'm like, this place can't be open. But it was, what were they, soldiers or police officers or something?
Those are the soldiers. Normal soldiers.
I paid for this spot already. And it was through Orbit. So I got to call Orbit to see how I could get the funds back. But yeah, man, they got me, bro. They got me. That's a weird welcome to Kenya, but it's all good. I'm gonna just find somewhere to stay for the night and we'll figure everything else out in the morning. If they got rooms, I'll just stay here and check out this spot.
You can check on tomorrow what the problem is.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is the new door.
Woo! Niggas did low-key finesse the Marcus Brown, G. How the fuck that happened? I'm kind of salty right now, man. No, fuck that. I'm extra salty. With pepper, with no mild sauce. This is not what's up. I should have just did like a well-known Sheraton or Hilton or something like that, but never again. It wouldn't be the MAB experience if I wasn't on here getting into some bullshit, trying to find my way out. So I got somewhere to lay my head, finna wash my ass, get out these clothes I done had on for 3 days, and we gonna hit the streets. Alright, so we gotta change the plans again. I got this hotel and this Kenyan comfort. It's a nice little dip off spot. For those of y'all from Chicago, it kind of remind me of one of them Stony Island joints, you know what I'm talking about? So I got finessed on the Emily Hotel. There is no such thing as Emily Hotel. It's there, but it's closed, it's boarded up. And I got this room because I didn't want to be standing out on the street lacking. So then I called Orbit and they was able to put me in another hotel. And shit, I could actually check in right now. So I got 2 hotel rooms for the night. I want to go check it out because it looked like an upgrade from what I was gonna be into anyway. And we'll take it from there. This is literally walking distance. Thank you. All right, y'all, so this is the new room they done put me in. Shout out to Orbit, I appreciate y'all. I was finna go through it, bro. So yeah, this will work. This will work. I'm really digging this bed. That was the biggest thing, cause that other bed, that was like a damn cradle. Let me find it. Whoa, okay, I didn't do that. All right, there we go. We good.
With the way they been spotting a nigga, you think I was under surveillance. When I stop through the block, they be watching like damn, that little nigga that came up. I done been through some shit just to find out who real and get rid of the fake ones. Hate to say I got money, that's when I get funny. Well, how could you blame them? Day one. Day one. Day one. Day one. Day one.
Wow, okay. You can pretty much see the whole city.
And over there with the tall structures, that is Westland.
I can have that.
Day one.
Yes, see, you come to Africa, I'll show you everywhere. I'll show you the bad side, the good side.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for us, we wish like, you know, the African American to come in, you know.
When people mention Africa, everybody thinks of Egypt.
And South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, South Africa is just like an extension of Europe. It's really
Yeah, I
developed,
can imagine that.
Really, really developed. But if you want to have a good feeling of Africa and development unless you come to this other side.
Shout out to John and his wife for taking the time to meet up with me on such short notice. I know they had a lot of other things going on between work and family and church, but John, who I've never met or spoke to before, specifically took the chance to link up with me just off the strength that O'Shea Duke Jackson told him I was in town. So shout out to O'Shea too, man. Good looking out.
Awati bado hawanitishi, washatambua misibahatishi, glory ya give it to Jehovah Nisi. Kanibariki na hizi mandishi, mihusichora katarakilishi, ninamafanya ni mpaka Kilifi. Wanajua ni Mazishi, wanajua ni Mazishi.
That was cool. You gonna do it with me or not? Come on. Why you just swerve me like that? That's how you feel.
I'm looking for my Johnny. Yeah. Where is my Johnny?
I really had my heart set on visiting a Maasai village, and unfortunately we didn't have enough time, but we did run into a few Maasai brothers at the national park, so you already know I had to get it in. Or at least I tried to get it in.
Juu watu waruke juu bwana. Watu waende juu, watu waende juu.
I got the truck driving in, rock.
Usually when I go to other countries on vacation, I try to get an even balance of the tourist experience and the locals experience. And while I think I got a pretty good glimpse of how the locals live, I was kind of upset that I didn't get a lot of the sights that I really wanted to get on camera in the CBD area and around the government buildings and things like that. A lot of the locals would tell me that I'm cool just walking around as a tourist as long as I'm not extra flashy, but it's real crowded during the day. It's easy for somebody to snatch your shit and run off with it. And at night it's real dark. Some of the street lights are real dim, and some areas don't have street lights at all. So, you know, it can be easy for people to target tourists because tourists don't just walk around in the hood in the middle of the night. They stay in the tourist areas. Another reason it was hard for me to get some of the footage I wanted to get, especially around the malls and government buildings, is for national security reasons. As some of y'all may know, Kenya has been subject to terrorist attacks, and there's a lot of regional issues I don't know a whole lot about, but I'm telling you, they got soldiers on the streets in certain areas everywhere. They got metal detectors in the mall. So, you know, I spent a lot of my time really just trying to meet people and learn my way around, and unless I had people with me, I just kept the recording to a minimum. On the way back home, I had another 11-hour layover in Dubai, so of course I managed to pop back out one last time and slide through this African club called Ceeza Restaurant. Listen to me when I tell you, if you ever in Dubai, make sure y'all check that place out. It's lit, it's real upscale, great customer service, and Africans from all over go there to eat, drink, network, turn up, all that. And I was pleased to see that they had my new favorite Kenyan dish, nyama choma, which is basically barbecue with like this pasty type of bread that they serve on the side. But it's fine. If you ever get a chance, check it out. So this concludes my Red Pill retreat in Nairobi, Kenya for now. I know it's a whole lot that I didn't get to do or see in Kenya, so I'll definitely be back. I want to thank y'all for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell if you haven't already. With that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
I give my baby assurance. I give my baby lifetime insurance.